In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the transmission thermal bypass valve on this GMC Yukon. Let's get into it. You want to have a drain bucket underneath because we're going to lose a little bit of fluid. Using a 13mm wrench, loosen the bolt on the side. Once it's loose, then we can do it by hand. Take that bolt out. Just step back a little bit while the fluid comes out. And there we go, a little bit of fluid. We've got a bracket right here. We just want to take the bolt out. It's going to make it a little easier than just separating it there. So we'll use a 15mm socket. Take that bolt out. And we can tip the lines down. When we take this bolt out, we're going to get some fluid coming out of these lines right here. So you want to keep that drain bucket underneath here. We'll use a 10mm socket. Take this off. Take that bolt off. Slide that little bracket back, and then we can pull the lines out. There we go. You can see this fluid coming out. Sometimes there'll be more fluid than that. Some O-rings right there. We're going to want to replace those. And we're going to change the seals. I'm just going to use a pick. Take the seals off. Little O-rings. Put the new ones on. Just slide them on. You can use a little bit of the transmission fluid to lubricate them. That's good. In our case, the gasket got stuck to the transmission, so we're going to take that off. I'm just going to use a scraper. Take the old one off. If you have to, you can use a rag. Just wipe it off. Looks good. Now take the new valve, and we're going to slide that in place. Take the bolts, or the bolt, get that started. Making sure that's pressed in, the O-rings are in there. Snug. Now I'm going to torque that bolt to 7 foot-pounds. That's good. We're going to take the new seal. You always want to replace them because they could be collapsed and cause a leak. Slide the seal over the two areas where it's going to go in the transmission. And just get that lined up. Take the bolt, get that started. Get that snug. And we're going to torque this to 16 foot-pounds. That's good. Take the bracket bolt, get that started. Slide that in. Snug that down. And we'll torque that to 37 foot-pounds. And just clean it off with a little brake parts cleaner. You can always wipe it with a rag. Now you want to check the fluid level. Even though we didn't lose that much fluid when we took that valve off, it's always a good idea to check. We're going to start by starting the vehicle and letting it run for a few seconds, get all the gauges to work, and then take the shifter with your foot on the brake, shift it down to reverse, down to drive, down to low, and then cycle it through a couple times, put it back in park, and we'll leave the engine running. We're going to come out here and check the dipstick. We're going to pull the dipstick out. First you want to wipe it with a rag so it's accurate. Reinstall the dipstick into the tube. Push it all the way down. Let it sit for 3 seconds. Then we'll pull it out again. Holding the dipstick level. And we can check the fluid level. See, the fluid level is right there. So we're going to want to add about a half a quart at a time just to get it a little bit higher. If you need to add some fluid, you just want to go in the dipstick tube with a funnel. Add the appropriate type of fluid. It's always a good idea to go in and go through the gears again, cycle through, and then come check the fluid again. And that's what we're looking for. It's right in the hash marks with the cold. You can also flip it around. See, it's right in that area. So adjust accordingly. When you're all done, put the dipstick back in and lock it down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.